Hey everybody, this is Nick. Have you ever wondered what a really great shopper on your website looks like? Well, today we're going to try and define them with a really cool segment we call High Value Shopper. So let's go and create one. So the first thing I usually do, there's a multitude of different ways to get to it. I'm just going to click like and add a segment off the main overview screen, and I'm going to click on the red button that says New Segment to create a new one. And I can name it whatever I want. In this case, I'm going to name it High Value Shopper, Customer, whatever you want to call it. And to define it, I'm going to go to Conditions. What's really cool about this segment, you can build specific segments for your website. This applies to all websites because it's based on behavior and actions and not necessarily specific pages in your site structure. And so what I want to do to define the first one, what we're going to do first is I want to know or look at customers that come a certain number of times. So I'm going to search for count of sessions. There it is. And there's all different ways to define it. I'm going to do greater or equal to, and I want to see customers that visit 4 or more times to my website. Next thing I want to do is I want to see customers that visit 4 or more times to my website, plus I want them to be on my website for a decent amount of time. So I'm going to look at session duration as the second condition. Again, I want it to be greater, equal, or greater to a certain number of time. I'm going to define that time as 400 seconds. Good amount of time, quite a few minutes there. And then the last thing, I want sessions, I want time, and I also want action. I want them to come a bunch of times, I want them to spend a bunch of time, and I want them to look at a bunch of pages. So I'm going to do page view as my last thing. And that's also going to be greater than, and I'm going to define that as 7 pages. And all of a sudden we have a new session. You can see that's slowly updated. It's gotten smaller and smaller over the course of the time. In this dealership's case, they had 287 users that looked at the site over 703 times over the course of 30 days, a month. In order to save that, you just hit save, and it will take you back to the overview screen with all your data right there. And that's it. So 700 session, look at this. 29 minutes on site, averaged 8 or 12 pages, 0 bounce rate. That's the customer that's going to buy from you in the next 30 days, we think. Great session to take a look at and track moving forward. Hopefully this helps and you start looking at it.